So here we are with Virginia Luther, Managing Director of the Spectrum Companies here at Vantage South End, Virginia. Thanks for sitting down with us and talking with us today.
Absolutely, of course. Thanks for having me.
Let's talk about the real estate of this project. You all started assembling this probably 7, 8 years ago, maybe probably had the idea before that, but obviously now it's a completely different submarket than it was in 2014, 2015. So what was really appealing about assembling this large block, 5 acres, assembling that at the time?
So 2015-ish is first when the southern portion of this was acquired by a family that we work closely with. Spectrum thought there's something special here, and if you look how close the CBD is, we're 2 blocks from uptown and we're 2 blocks from the center of Camden and kind of where that had started, and they thought, this is exciting real estate. And then in 2017, assembled and did some entitlement work on the northern half where there was a circular building. 2018, they changed it to TOD, got it rezoned, and then kind of hit the ground running.
Yeah, definitely one of the most prominent locations in South End, and definitely a main location today. I think that's being reflected in the type of the development and the type of tenants that you've been able to attract here. So let's talk about the product types that you have today. 2 11-story Class A office buildings, 200-room boutique hotel that we'll get into, a 1-acre urban park, 50,000 square feet of retail. So really interesting and exceptional mix of uses. So what was really the thought process into developing this, and what was the thought process on that as highest and best?
We knew that office was exciting here and kind of pioneering here. Initially it was, okay, let's do 2 twin 8-story office towers, and then what else really fills in the gaps there? And then it ended up obviously growing to 11 when the activity kind of came. I mean, if you look around at the time, especially there weren't any hotels in this area, like there's really a need here. So immediately thought a hotel flag should go here, trying to think of something funky and boutique and cool. We have a partner for that, and then the retail was another big piece. This was a little bit in between retail opportunities, and so we thought, let's maximize for the community and for the office tenants, like what could go here. This area also didn't have any parks at the time. There wasn't any green space, and so we thought that was really significant to make sure that there was a lot of green space, because I think, again, it's good for the community, but it's also good for the tenants. I mean, at the time, people were just starting to see that as really an amenity, so.
Yeah, totally, and speaking of tenants, around the time that you all were breaking ground, starting construction, there were several large users in the market. You ultimately landed Lending Tree, which was really a major deal at the time. It still is, but that was one of the first major South End announcements from an office standpoint. So how significant was that for you all to land them? They're taking 175,000 square feet here.
That was really everything. I mean, that's really what kicked off this project. The timing was kind of ideal because it's like, man, we're starting to get ready to wanting to kick this off. Thank goodness Lending Tree really saw the potential of this site, and it's the catalyst that kicked this project off. When you come here and you see all the amenities that's offered too, so I've got conferencing, fitness, park, outdoor terraces, hotel, restaurants, like it's just unparalleled. There really isn't any other development in Charlotte that is like this, so.
Yeah, the park's a real amenity. It's an acre, correct?
It's an acre.
And this is 5 acres. Now in South End, it's a lot of projects are on an acre or 2 acres. So the fact that you have a park on an acre is really impressive. How much of an amenity is that for this project?
There was no green space when we got this 5 acres, so we felt it was really important to add that in as part of this. And so when you're down in the middle of it, looking out into uptown, and the buildings kind of V out, and you've got this great green space, we just really felt like that's extremely important. There's something about being on a greenway and in a park that just kind of rejuvenates you. So we just felt that was really important to have. And Charlotte's got such great tree lines that we just wanted it to be a part of the project.
You mentioned earlier the boutique hotel, 200 keys, and how much of a need there was and still is in South End.
Yeah.
So what's the update on that with this project?
Yeah, so we're extremely excited. That contract's being completed right now. We're selling the air rights to them. They're going to be leasing the base of the building for event space, which we also think is a huge need. You really have Byron's in South End, and that's kind of it. So there's going to be a space that you can have over 300 people in and have luncheons and events and weddings and everything like that. And then this hotel is boutique in nature and a little bit more upscale, but very affordable. It's going to have a really fantastic fun pool, a really good staycation place, a rooftop bar that overlooks the skyline this way, and then the skyline that's developing in South End, so you get 2 skyline views out of the top of this hotel.
Can't wait to hang out there.
Yeah, me too.
So let's talk about the retail now. Obviously, I think that's going to be a huge amenity for this project. And I know you all have really been intentional about the type of uses and maybe not going after, you know, the highest credit tenants, but really a curated mix of tenants. But tell us kind of what you're targeting for the retail.
So curated and intentional were very important to us. We were able to be very meticulous about what we chose. We wanted to make sure that not only the tenants had everything they needed on site, but also the multi around it. So we have a James Beard nominee breakfast all day concept, locally homegrown, a whiskey bar that is out of Raleigh that we're super excited that'll play well with the beer garden. We have a locally grown, I would call them like European New York deli going in with the best French fries you've ever had.
Okay.
And then kind of more to the national groups that are coming in. We have a huge 13,000 square foot restaurant that's a James Beard winner that's taking the base of the East Tower. That'll have games, outdoor games. They've got a huge patio space, live music. So that's going to be a very vibrant, exciting place for people to go that'll kind of be on the corner looking into Uptown and South End. On this side, we've got this beautiful wine bar that's going in the front half that has really great food, but I also think Charlotte needs a beautiful big wine bar, so that's exciting. We have one more space that we actually have 3 different concepts we're talking about. Sushi focused, tapas focused, and then we've got Roots Cafe that's going in that's gonna do kind of the coffee offering, quick serve. So there'll be 8 food and beverage options on site, so tenants will literally never have to leave.
Yeah, this already is an exciting environment, but once all those spaces are activated, I mean, I can't think of a better mix of uses. So.
We're just gonna have them blow out the outsides to really bring the indoor-outdoor, so you're just gonna be down there with all of this energy and the park. It's just, we're excited.
So before we get out of here, Virginia, tell us what you're gonna focus on moving forward with Spectrum and anything else exciting in the works?
Yeah, we have a few things exciting in the works. We love South End and the NODA opportunities where it's very eclectic and fun environments, because I think that's where people want to live, work, and play. Really looking forward to mixed-use opportunities where there's redevelopment components. We're very active and excited about office and retail and hospitality playing really well together kind of for the future. So.
Well, Virginia, thanks for sitting down with us today, spending time with us. It was a pleasure to be here. Really exciting project, and it's going to be great for the community.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for coming. Very excited.